kalled and welcome to Pandora. Avatar: The Way of Water will take place over a decade after the original film series of events. As such, a lot has changed in that time, both for the world of Pandora and for the characters we've come to love. At the forefront of this change is the fact that Jake and Neytiri now have a family. In between the events of both films, their family grew with the additions of 5 children, both Na'vi and human, some of which are adopted. But who are they, and how will they play into the events of the sequel? Today I'll break down each of the family members and see what the story has in store for them. Starting off with their oldest son, Neytiri, played by Jamie Flatters. While we don't know much about him at this point, we do know that his status as the oldest will make him in line for the future leader of the Omatakaya clan. From the teaser and the main trailer, we've seen that he will be bonded with an Ilu, potentially trying to integrate into life with the Metkaina. However, most of what he will do in the film is still a mystery. Their second oldest and their second son, Loak, played by Britton Dalton. Again, while details on him are still sparse at this point, we do know from the trailers that he's the only one of Jake and Neytiri's children to have features more closely resembling an avatar than a natural Na'vi, seemingly having 5 fingers and faint eyebrows that could come as a result of Jake's own avatar biology. Due to these features, he is seen as an outcast by many. However, we also know that he will be one of the children who is able to integrate into life within the Metkaina, having seen bonded with a Tulkun named Payakan. He will also form some sort of relationship with the daughter of the clan's leader, that being Soraya. It seems that these two will be very important moving forward in the sequels, as they also appear on the poster for the film that was revealed last week. We could start to see them take the place of Jake and Neytiri in the sequels as main characters of the franchise. The youngest of their biological children is Tutiri, played by Trinity Bliss. She's the only daughter of Jake and Neytiri, and goes by the name Tuk. From the trailer, we have seen that she will come to have an affinity with the water and the oceanic life that lives within. In one shot, it looks as if she will be bonded to an Ilu, and could find it easier to integrate into her new home than her brother Loak. From the main trailer, we see that she will have an affinity for nature from a very young age, and probably come to respect the natural life around her. We're also seeing her being attacked by the RDA in the same trailer. Could she be held captive by the Recom on the Sea Dragon throughout the film? Could this lead to the battle in the trailer, and the rescue by Neytiri, which we have briefly shown? I'm very interested to learn more of her role in the story when the film is released, but for now many things still remain a mystery. Jake and Neytiri will also have 2 adopted children, one human and one Na'vi. Their adopted human son is Miles Socorro, played by Jack Champion, who goes by the nickname Spider. While we don't know the exact details of how he was adopted, we do know he was originally born on Pandora, most likely in Hell's Gate, and was taken in by the couple. We're still not sure what happened to his human parents. I can only assume they left with the rest of the personnel at the end of the first film, or were killed on the planet. If the latter is true, it could be setting up some interesting conflicts to come between him and his adoptive parents. From the first teaser trailer, we know he spends a lot of the time exploring Pandora's environments, and will likely be where he first encounters the RDA Recon unit. From the main trailer, we know he will eventually be captured by them, and potentially spend most of the film as their hostage. From these series of events, the family will most likely realise the threat that's hunting them, and cause them to seek out the Metkain. Lastly, but certainly by no means least, is Kiri, the adoptive Na'vi daughter of Jake and Neytiri, played by Sigourney Weaver. While we don't again know much about her background or why she was adopted in the first place, we do know she will share a connection with Grace Augustine, also played by Sigourney Weaver. There has been many theories over the past several months what this connection could be, and how this will impact the character going forward. I'm very excited to see what this could be, especially after the most recent trailer, and if you want to see more on this, check out a recent video on how the character could connect to the larger themes at play in the franchise. From what we have seen of her so far, it looks as if she will be taking an interest in Grace's work, and it also appears that she shares familiar features to an avatar, just like Loak. I'm very much looking forward to seeing where they will take her character in the universe. With so many new additions to Jake and Neytiri's family, I'm very excited to see them on screen and how they will react to the events taking place around them. After all, they will be on the run for at least the first half of the film, leaving everything they've known behind, and will have to deal with finding themselves in an unknown land, being hunted by a very strange enemy. Seeing how they could interact into the life of the Metkaina, and the inevitable conflict that will arise with the RDA, will certainly be one of the highlights for me during the film. I really can't wait to see these characters brought to life on screen, as I know the talented actors and actresses playing them are very passionate about the franchise. I'm also really hoping to see more of these characters in the following sequels and other materials that may be released after the film's debut. But what do you think of the new additions to Jake and Neytiri's family? Do you have any particular character you're really looking forward to seeing in the film? And would you like them to appear in more material afterwards? I can't wait to hear all your thoughts down in the comments below. But until then, hej alvaj, give me.